people who buy the land will build something on it. Businesses, so the areas where the concerts will be. So if you don't have land in Sandbox, you will be renting from someone who actually owns it if you want to build your business there. So for example, I'm Nike. I want to build, I'm building my store there for people to actually come in, check the shoes, check the clothes, and buy there. If I'm Nike and I don't have land, I will have to rent that from someone else who actually has land. So it's in the best interest also of whoever's developing it to make the land scarce, because if they just keep on making, then everyone also will just keep on it will dilute the value of the land that's there.
I realize it's very similar to traditional investing and real estate investing. The difference really is we put such a short term expectation on the crypto. I think if you put it like a 2018 to today versus if you invest now, that's 2025, I think it will do well. I'm just gonna give you a teaser. I have a low cap gem that went how many x? 400x. 400x.
So 400x is 4,000%.
But it went back down. It went back down to maybe just 5x.
5x? Oh.
Still 5x, I think.
Okay.
Something like that.
But, sorry, I just want to say this. And this is how it's interesting. Oh. Carl said that it went down to 5x. But normally, even in the stock market, when you get 5x, that's something so big already. But in crypto, it's just down to 5x. But everyone's like what you said, expectation. People expect that 1x is not good, 2x is not good enough for crypto. There's actually more. But anyways, go Mr. Carl D, Spectrum Investments, CEO, with your questions.
But you're right, Marvin. In property, sometimes 1.5x, you're happy already. Diba? The crypto world is so broad. But I want to focus this session on real estate in the metaverse. What is it about? Can you share with all the viewers out there what is real estate in the metaverse and how do you invest in it?
For people to understand that, you just have to realize that everything is the internet. That the metaverse is just another iteration of interaction in the internet. Because if you look at it from history, the internet used to be read only, meaning there was a website. In that website, you get to read the data. Then it started to evolve that suddenly people get to have user-generated content, and that became the content that people also started to consume. And then, like what we're doing now, I'm not really talking to Carl D. I'm talking to a digital version of Carl D that's digitized via a camera, and your voice also is digitized by an audio stream. What the metaverse does is it makes it 3D, that we are walking in a digital world, not just this, like we're talking. This is two-dimensional. We're not really walking, talking, sitting in a simulation of a digital world. What people can expect in the metaverse is it's just like you're really walking in a real world scenario, but everything is there already. Houses will be there, meetings will be done there, schools can be built there. You will have concerts there. So one of the first ones, at least for crypto, is Decentraland, and it's already open access to a lot of people, and there have been concerts that have been done there. So you can connect your wallet, you can enter, and you can actually explore it. What makes it very interesting though, from a crypto perspective, is that I mentioned about iterations in the internet. Right now, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, all of the content that's there is owned by these companies. Unlike in the metaverse, where you have NFTs and cryptos that's attached to it, the ownership of those particular items is not by that main. It's not by the company. It's owned by the people who own the NFT. So here's what's interesting, Carla. From the last time we talked, I said NFTs could either be a JPEG or a video or any other any other item that's in the blockchain. And then people would say, what gives it value if it's just a JPEG? What people need to realize is this: what you're buying for is not a JPEG. What you're buying for is the token that points to the JPEG. That's the value of what an NFT is. And everything that you will see in the metaverse, what's built there are NFTs. The clothes, the land, the avatars, the weapons, the ships, the houses. They're all NFTs, even the characters that's there. So what's interesting about that is if you look at it from a perspective of worlds, since you own the NFT, if you don't like it anymore, you can sell it. Or if you have a avatar, you can transfer from one different world to another and transfer that NFT, and you can actually use it there as well. So basically, the metaverse is a digital world, a digital landscape where NFTs that are owned by people have ownership over certain assets inside the metaverse.
It sounded like I was talking to a robot. So, I get you, Marvin, with the concert part. Online, you log in. I get you with the weapons part for gaming. But real estate, I represent all your viewers out there. I still cannot comprehend where's the value coming from. It's not scarce. It's like digital. Can you share with us more how real estate can?
It's actually scarce, because when you buy a plot of land in Sandbox, they only have a set number of pieces that they're actually selling. Somewhere around August 2021, the price of a plot of land in Sandbox was around 0.4 ETH. Right now, it's ranging from 3 ETH to 4 ETH. So it has somewhere around 10x in value in just 3 months. And the very reason why it's moving up, because there's no piece of land anymore, because the only way people can buy that piece of land is for people who previously owned it to sell it to them, and sell it to them at a higher price. So there's actually scarcity. Maybe what you're asking is anyone can create their own virtual world.
The central land can just expand.
So the thing there is, if the central land will expand, they can sell also new NFTs also to other people there. But if you look at it also from a token perspective, if they keep selling, a lot of people will buy. What will be the utility for that? Because if you look at Sandbox, people who buy the land will build something on it. Businesses, so the areas where the concerts will be. So if you don't have land in Sandbox, you will be renting from someone who actually owns it if you want to build your business there. So for example, I'm Nike. I'm building my store there for people to actually come in, check the shoes, check the clothes, and buy there. If I'm Nike and I don't have land, I will have to rent that from someone else who actually has land. So it's in the best interest also of whoever's developing it to make the land scarce, because if they just keep on making, then everyone also will just keep on, it will dilute the value of the land that's there. And since it's an NFT, all of the owner of the let's say Sandbox, they get royalties. So it's in their best interest that the value of the NFT is higher, because every time it gets sold for a higher price, they have a percentage off of that. So if they make too much and then no one gets to sell anymore because everyone owns one, then they only earn from the initial transaction, and it doesn't go any higher anymore. In theory, you can make unlimited plots of land, but when you look at roadmaps, they declare this is the number of plots of lands that will actually be sold. I think a greater comparison will be there are other metaverses also that are creating their own land. But at the end of the day, if no one's buying there, no one's building there, no one's staying there, it may not have as much value. The technique in cryptocurrencies and in NFTs and in the metaverse is to look for where the development is, where the building is, where things are actually going. People talk a lot about Ethereum being very, very expensive. The gas fees are very, very expensive, but that's where the builders are. That's where the development is. That's where the programmers are. That's where the users are. OpenSea alone, $1 billion traded in OpenSea for the past 7 days. That's it at a time where the cryptocurrency market is down. And that's why those who are highly involved in NFTs in OpenSea, they're not actually feeling this downward move of the market because there are some projects that a few days ago they were 0.02 ETH, now they're 0.06 ETH, 0.7 ETH. So they're seeing 30-40x at the time where there's a bear market or where there's a drop happening in the cryptocurrency space.
You're getting everyone excited. So I guess the question in the audience mind is, okay, Marvin Germo, I get you with the metaverse, and you got me hooked. I want to give it a try. First 3 steps for me to get into this metaverse real estate world.
The metaverse is just built up by NFTs. The land is NFT, the characters are NFTs, the clothes are NFTs, everything inside of it is highly connected to NFT. So how do you be part of it? You just buy the NFTs that you like that's part of that particular metaverse. The largest metaverses right now are Sandbox and Decentraland. People also would characterize or put the same category also for Axie Infinity, because they're also selling land. But Axie is highly connected to a game more than Decentraland and Sandbox, where there's a lot of things that you can actually do inside. That's not just a game. So step by step, you need a wallet. Then of course, if what you're buying is Ethereum based, you need Ethereum. You need to transfer Ethereum to that wallet. And then once you have the money already or the crypto already there, you just connect to the website that you like to buy. The largest still is OpenSea right now, and then that will give you access already to buy the items that you want, the land that you actually want as well. So it's very, very big. It's hard to be an expert of a lot of things, but it's quite broad. There's another metaverse where you can buy planets itself, then you can buy heroes, then the heroes are living in those planets also. So it really depends on where you want to focus your time and attention, because there's so much. It has come to a point where it's so overwhelming because there's a lot of new projects that's coming out every day, and you can't really keep up with what's going on. So while we're recording this right now, even in the NFT space, what's blowing up is girl power NFTs, women empowerment NFTs also. So at some point a few months ago, it was the metaverse related cryptos and tokens and NFTs also after the Mark Zuckerberg announcement. Then it evolved. A few days ago, it was profile pic NFTs. The PFP NFTs have done very, very well. So people need to spend a lot of time in researching what they really want, what metaverse they want to enter into, and then they have to figure out what they want to specialize on. Should they buy the land? Should they buy the items inside of it? Or should they can actually also create it? People can create their own car, their own ship, their own house inside the metaverse. So they can be an investor and buy, or they can also be a creator and make their own item inside. Maybe a rule of thumb, if they're just looking at it for the first time, look at who are the investors that are backing up that particular project that's very, very new. If there's a lot of institutional investors there's a lot of smart people that would place a large amount of money into the metaverse. Those large institutions would vet the project very, very well.